At some point in adulthood, alcohol quietly changes the terms of the agreement. You do the same thing you used to do, drink the same kind of drink, stay out only a little too late, and go to bed thinking the night has ended peacefully. Then morning arrives like a police raid. You open your eyes and immediately know something is wrong. Your mouth feels like someone filled it with sidewalk chalk. Your stomach is making legal threats, and the sunlight coming through the window feels personal. You try to sit up, but your body responds like a computer from 2004 trying to open 17 tabs. The strangest part is that this did not always happen. There was a time when you could drink suspicious liquids out of plastic cups, sleep for 4 hours, eat something wrapped in foil, and wake up ready to pretend you were a productive member of society. Now, 3 normal drinks can make your body act like you betrayed the family. Most people think this happens because they are getting old. That sounds reasonable, and it is partly true, but it does not explain why the change feels so rude. Aging is supposed to be gradual. A hangover after 30 does not feel gradual. It feels like your body held a secret meeting without you and voted to stop covering for your decisions. So what actually changed? Why does the same alcohol that used to create a funny night now create a 12-hour documentary about regret? The easy answer is that your body cannot handle alcohol like it used to. But even that answer hides the more interesting story. Because a hangover is not one thing. It is a group project, and unfortunately every member of the group is incompetent. Dehydration shows up, bad sleep shows up, your stomach gets involved, your liver files a complaint, your immune system starts overreacting, your brain wakes up confused, irritated, and somehow emotionally vulnerable enough to feel judged by a ceiling fan. Alcohol does not simply pass through your body like a bad idea in liquid form. Your body has to process it, break it down, manage the damage, and restore balance afterward. When you were younger, that recovery system often worked quietly in the background, like a janitor cleaning up after a party before anyone saw the mess. But as you get older, the janitor starts taking longer breaks. Your body still does the job, but it does not do it with the same reckless efficiency. Alcohol can linger longer, sleep becomes easier to disrupt, hydration matters more, and recovery starts to require resources your younger body used to throw around like it had unlimited funding. That is the first layer. Your body is still processing the alcohol, but it is not bouncing back with the same speed. The second layer is that alcohol is extremely good at stealing from tomorrow. It borrows your sleep quality, your hydration, your patience, your stomach lining, and your will to live. Then leaves you with a receipt you do not remember signing. This is why the number of drinks is not the whole story. People love saying, "I only had 3," like the body is supposed to respect that as a legal defense. But your body does not only care how many drinks you had. It cares how fast you drank, what you ate, how much water you had, how tired you already were, what kind of alcohol it was, how stressed you were, and whether you decided at 1:42 a.m. that gas station food counted as dinner. And that is where things get annoying. When you are younger, you can stack bad decisions on top of each other and still wake up mostly functional. As you get older, the stack collapses faster. Alcohol plus bad sleep, alcohol plus dehydration, alcohol plus stress, alcohol plus getting home late, alcohol plus pretending a basket of fries was a balanced meal. At 22, your body might treat that like a busy night. At 35, it treats it like a chemical investigation. The same choices hit differently because your recovery system has less patience for nonsense. Your body is not necessarily weaker, it has simply stopped offering unlimited forgiveness. But that is still not the strangest part. One of the cruelest things about aging is that you may not even drink more than you used to. Sometimes you drink less and still feel worse. That is what makes it feel unfair. It is not just punishment for excess, it is punishment for assuming the old rules still apply. There is also the sleep problem, which may be the sneakiest part of the whole thing. Alcohol can make people feel sleepy, which tricks the brain into thinking it helped. But sleepiness is not the same as good sleep. Passing out is not a wellness routine, even if your body performs it dramatically on a couch. Alcohol can break sleep into lower quality pieces, which means you may spend 8 hours unconscious and still wake up feeling like you were assembled incorrectly. This is why the morning after can feel so strange. You technically slept, but your brain did not get the full maintenance package. It got the discount version with several important parts missing. Then there is the emotional hangover, which nobody respects until it happens to them. The physical symptoms are obvious: headache, nausea, thirst, fatigue. But sometimes the worst part is waking up with a weird little cloud of anxiety sitting on your chest, even if nothing terrible happened. You check your phone like it might contain evidence from a crime scene. This happens because alcohol does not only affect the body, it affects the nervous system. The night before, everything may have felt loose, easy, funny, and harmless. The next morning, your brain tries to rebalance, and suddenly you are lying in bed, remembering every sentence you said, with the emotional intensity of a courtroom confession. That is when the hangover becomes more than a headache. It becomes a full review of your life choices. You start thinking about money, aging, your career, that one weird comment you made, and whether everyone secretly noticed you dancing like someone's uncle at a wedding. The body is dehydrated, the brain is tired, and the soul has apparently joined the investigation. This is why hangovers getting worse with age feels so personal. It's not just that alcohol hurts more, it's that the illusion breaks. When you are younger, alcohol feels like a temporary escape from consequences. Later, it starts feeling like consequences found your address and arrived early. And maybe that's the real shift. A younger body often hides the cost. It absorbs the damage, cleans up the scene, and lets you believe the night was free. An older body starts itemizing the bill. The headache was this much, the nausea was this much, the sleep disruption was this much, the anxiety surcharge was apparently non-refundable. So when people say hangovers get worse because you're older, they're not wrong, but they're missing the darker joke. The hangover is not just your body failing, it's your body becoming more honest. It's telling you that the recovery speed you used to take for granted was never guaranteed. It was being loaned to you, quietly, for years. That's the strange truth about getting older. You don't only lose the ability to drink like you used to, you lose the illusion that your body will always clean up after you without complaint. At some point, the body stops being a getaway driver and becomes a very tired accountant. So the next time 3 drinks somehow turn into a spiritual crisis, remember this. A hangover is not just punishment for drinking. It's your body losing the recovery speed it used to lend you for free. And the most insulting part is that your body doesn't even yell. It simply waits until morning, opens the curtains, turns your stomach into a washing machine, and lets you discover that the old deal has expired.